Hi Dan, um, I would like to tell you a bit about who I think has inspired me and what has done so. And of course, this is the version that is the people that are currently dead that I have been inspired by. And by currently dead, I don't mean that tomorrow they're gonna wake up or maybe be rebirth. What I simply mean is that they might have been alive when I learned the lesson from them, but now they are dead. Um, uh, I don't know really where to start because there have been so many people in my life that has inspired me. Some people I don't even know. Um, for instance, the first human being that actually inspired me and is dead was my mom's no my father's grandma. He was gonna go to her funeral. I was 2 years old, and I asked if I could come because I was interested in what it was. And oh, maybe I should say before this that as a 1.5-year old, apparently for some reason I was speaking. When I was 2 years old, I could have a normal conversation with a grown-up. Basically, if they could come down to my level and explain me a concept or something, I would be capable of understanding it. Of course, it's not thereby said that I could apply it to everything in the world, but I would understand what they meant. Um, the thing is then, since I couldn't come, I was supposed to go visit some fake grandparents while they were going to my father's grandparents' funeral, or grandparent. I don't even know if it was a mom or a dad kind of thing. But then that inspired me to somewhat be interested in death and what happened when people died. And in this aspect, I mean both what happened for the human who died and what happened for the humans that didn't die, that was left behind. Why couldn't I go there? If we were saying goodbye to someone for the very last time, I wouldn't have a chance to see that person afterwards and so on. I found it very strange that there were some sort of restrictions with this. And on some level it sparked my understanding of I don't know, never mind that. But I guess the next person that I sort of can remember has inspired me, and that is dead now, is my grandma. When I was maybe 5 or 6, maybe a bit older, I don't really know actually. At some point she says to me that you should not lie, and it's not a matter of you should not lie to others. It's a matter of you should not lie to yourself. You should be very careful not to lie to yourself. And when she says this, she was looking at my brother, so I automatically assumed that it had something to do with him. And at that moment I realized that sometimes people are unintentionally doing something that they don't want to do, as in looking at what they're talking about in this situation, but then she denied that's what it was, because well, never mind all that. But that lesson, never lie to yourself, is probably the most valuable lesson that you can have. It's if you check everything up against that, you will sort of always find out that, okay, things might not be like that, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to be like that. What it means is they are not like that, if you know what I mean. So on some level it helped me not jump to conclusions all the time and so on, but still of course use the assumption system, or whatever you want to call it, when you are saying, this is like this is like this, so therefore this should be what comes out of it, and so on. But I think what probably really inspired me was when I had probably just turned 8, and my first friend died. He died of the flu or something similar to this, and I realized how vulnerable we were on some level, and it sparked my interest for everything. It sparked my interest for how come something can do this, how does everything work, so to speak. It really, as I see it, it really pushed me in the direction of how are things connected, how do we yeah, well, I don't know, how do we attract diseases and so on, why come some people get sick very easily, and why, I don't, it simply, as I see it, it sparked a whole lot of things inside me. And well, you know me, I can speak forever and ever and ever. That's why I often just shut the fuck up, because or else I'll just keep speaking. Anyways, the last thing that I want to say is, this one is fucking close, man. Wow. This is the first emotion I have over this death. Wow. I'm so gonna miss this girl. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put emotions out there. I had a friend that died, I think 15 days ago or something like this, maybe. Well, she died last month. I'm gonna pause it for a second, just to clear up. I'm not sad in that sense. This is a natural reaction. But this girl, she was amazing. She was, well, she was pure KO. And I don't mean chaos or knockout or anything. She was knighted out all the way. She was a loving, oh fuck me, man. She was a loving person, and she was funny as hell, and she was so deep, so deep. She was a wonder, and I can't even tell her how much I miss her. It's so pathetic to sit here and feel sorry for myself in that way, or feel sorry for her that she can't hear those words from me. I find it's it's a strange thing, because look at me, since I was 2 years old I've heard of death, and I'm still disattached to it on some level. And I believe in reincarnation, and I believe in that death is not bad. Death is well, sort of a reminder, but it's also a step to the next level, on some level, if you know what I mean. It's yeah, it's a strange thing.